What up, everybody? Entering back another video. We're gonna try to keep this quick, but I'm gonna show y'all how to repair side mirrors. Now I got an '08 Cadillac STS. It should be the same for if you got '05 through 2011. It should be the same process. But yeah, it's some mirrors I got it from eBay. So the reason why I'm replacing mines are, well, for one, the driver's side can see. So this mirror is heated, and whatever, I think the heating thing in there just got burned, so it kind of looks dirty. It kind of makes it hard to see. You know, I mean, you can still see, but like it's not clear. So, and then also my car does have the blind zone thing, where, you know, if there's a traffic in your blind zone, it lights up. So this one works fine. The issue with my driver's side is just is burnt, but the blind zone works fine. However, on the passenger side, the mirror is clear, but the blind zone light doesn't come on. So, so yeah. And another thing is, my car. Let me show you the color. It's like purple, right? So it kind of looks black, but it's, yeah, you kind of see it's like this purple color. I don't know what the official name is, but it's like a really dark purple. And the mirrors I got are actually black. Now, the mirrors are normally body colored, but because my car has the blind zone alert, it was hard for me to find, you know, the mirrors in my body color to match. So I just got two black ones. Because it's black, it should, you know, black kind of goes with everything, so I feel like it should match just fine. So yeah. Now I know some of you are wondering, why don't you just replace just the glass, just this part, right, instead of replacing the whole thing? And honestly, I kind of thought about doing that, but since I already got this ones, I don't want to risk prying this, because I think you have to pry it out, and if you're not careful enough, you might end up breaking it. So I don't want to risk it. I'm just gonna swap the whole thing, and then when I take everything off, I'll see if I can pull that glass out and see how hard it is. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna swap this shit real quick. I'll do the passenger side first, but it should be the same for the driver's side. You're gonna need not a flathead, just a regular screwdriver. Let me get my auto tools. I'll be right back. Alright. So your tools you're gonna need, like I said, screwdriver. You're gonna need some kind of a pry tool. It'll be better if you have a plastic one. I don't have a plastic one. This is the one I have, because you don't want to scratch it up. But this is what I have, so this one's gonna work for now. I guess you could use a flathead, and then also you want a 10mm deep socket. You could use a wrench as well, I guess, but that'll just be a little bit easier. And then that should be pretty much all we need. So there are, I believe, 3 screws holding this thing on. We'll find out, but let's get started, man. One, you're gonna pull this door handle. I already kind of took it up, but what you're gonna do is you pull the door handle, and then you should be able to put a flathead like in there, and then just pry it out. That one's pretty easy. And then this one, so I can just put it in there and then just move this whole thing like up a little bit. And the flathead is coming here. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, so you just put that under, and then just kind of fold it off like that. So those are the 2 screws there, and then one here. So then that's a long screw. the top one.
I'm careful not to drop it in there. Well, I guess we can take it.
Yeah. This clips like everywhere all around, so I'm gonna pry from the bottom, and I'm just gonna try to work my way all around. Start with it. So one thing, like I said, there's a bunch of clips everywhere around. I know this top part kind of got me a little bit confused, but this metal thing, like right here, it kind of sits on it. So once you pry everything out, you're gonna have to like pull it up to get it out of there. But yeah, this is the door lock thing. I don't want to disconnect anything. But here's the mirrors. There's 3 screws. 1, 2. The other one is up there, and then there's the connector. Just unplug it. So let's get those screws out real quick. All right. So yeah, so the connector. You just pull it down here. There's 2 of them. This top one and this bottom one. So the 2 for the connector. You just push this tab in, and then push it in. Do it. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Set the phone down. There it is. So like I said, you just push this down and then pull it up. And then it's kind of routed through this thing, so I'm just gonna pull it out. Alright, one more thing real quick. That little hole wasn't big enough, so this thing just kind of sits in here. So just pry that out. And now you should have enough room to just get the cable out. So I want to match this up with the new one I got real quick. Make sure that yeah, it looks like the same. It's 2 connectors. Alright, so now I'm taking the bolts off. Remember, there's 3 of them. This thing sits in here. Just pry that back a little bit. You can get in there. Just be careful when you take out those 3 bolts, that mirror will fall off. So just make sure while you're taking out the last one, just put a hand on it so it doesn't swing out. But yeah, I'm gonna take these bolts off, and then we should be able to there's a little grommet in here. You might have to just push that in. But yeah, so far so good. So I'm gonna get this bolt off. Got the mirror off. And I guess, yeah, now you can see the color difference. So you can see that's the black one and this the one that came on mine. So, yeah. I'm going to put the passenger side in. Before I put everything back together, I'm actually going to test it first. If you have a blind zone monitoring thing, whenever you start the car, both sides should light up, because it does like a self-test. So it should light up and let you know that, you know, it's working properly. So I'm gonna start it up real quick before I button everything back, just to make sure it lights up. Then once I know that it lights up, then I can button everything back. So I'm just gonna connect it for now, and then we'll start up and we'll see. Alright, so I got it plugged in. Like I said, just hanging. I just want to make sure that light works. And it should light up somewhere here. So start it up and see. There it is. See that light? Awesome. So now I know it works. I'll do that one more time, and I'll show you the driver's side. Alright, very good. So yeah, that's one quick way to check it. If you have this car and you're wondering, you want to check it real quick. So alright, so now I'm just going to disconnect it again and put everything back together. Now I got confused with the connectors. I wasn't sure where they plugged in, but if you notice, these two connectors are actually different, so they can only go in one way, so you can't really miss it. Alright, let's put the shit back together, man. Alright, so putting it back together should be the reverse, but you know, I'm nice, so I'm gonna show y'all anyways. Hope you guys can see this footage, man. I'm gonna start by fitting the connector in. Yo, let me put the shade back on. Once I got it in, I'm just gonna thread in one or two of the bolts so that way I don't have to keep holding it. Second bolt. Alright. It's pretty much secure. I haven't tightened it all the way down, but I just had it in there enough to where I don't have to keep holding it. And yeah, just gonna route the connector back. So remember, it has this little clip. This goes in here. So help hold it. And then we can route the connector. I don't remember how it did go over. Definitely like this. Got it plugged in there. Remember, the wire goes under this thing. So now I'm just gonna try to connect this thing. You got everything connected now. Make sure you tighten this, just hand tight, full pounds. Connect this back. Yeah, make sure you get that module mounted back in there. And now we're just gonna align the door. So I'm gonna try to hook it up first, and then we'll push it in. So see how it works out. Alright, that's it, man. I'm gonna put all those screws back in. Start this top one first. Alright. Don't forget the little stupid covers. Snap. And then don't forget this thing. Just push that back down. This one doesn't click, it just slide back down. So I'm gonna look around, make sure everything is clipped in. It looks like it is. There's no gaps. Alright, man. I think we're solid. I want to do the driver's side. I'm not gonna show driver's side because it's basically the same thing. I won't make the video too long, but that's pretty much it. I did test the speakers and the mirrors and the window just to make sure everything is good, but obviously I didn't touch any of that stuff. Everything works good. Just a heads up though, you will have to like recalibrate the mirror, your side mirror. So if you swap the mirror, it might start tweaking. So just make sure we adjust it. But besides that, it's pretty much it's pretty easy stuff, man. So maybe I'll try to take out the mirror, the glass in one of the old ones and see how easy that is. And then if it's easy, I'll put it in the video. If not, then if you don't see it, then it's probably not worth doing. Just replace the whole thing. So anyways, I might see you on the next one, man. Then 300 out. Alright, so here's the driver's side. I did try to pull the mirror off, see if I could swap it. But quite frankly, there's so much going on in here. It does have this connector. It looks like it's one for the LED for the blind spot, but that's the motor. And then you got this like 2 notches that has to go in this rubber boot. So there's just so much going on in here. Like, it's kind of hard to even get it back in. I can't even get it back in. So yeah, I think you're better off just changing the whole thing than trying to swap the mirror. So, because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to take the mirror off this good one, and now I can't put it back in or it's busted or something. So this belongs in the trash. Anyways, that's it. I'm out.